It's really easy to take your past and let the mistakes of the past define who you are. And with that comes a feeling of being broken. When I moved to Texas, I was teaching Pilates, and there was an agent in my Pilates class, and he was like, "Are you a dancer?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come work for us." They really opened this whole new world of performing for me. I got to model, I got to do all these fun performances, which eventually led to me discovering aerial arts. I felt such a draw to it. And it wasn't like a normal Darla curious draw. It was like a pull, like I am supposed to do that. And I asked my agents, please find a trainer. And they did. They found a trainer, and they were a Mexican generational circus family. And I trained with them in the backyard in a tent, like this big white tent. And that's where I discovered this love of something that I was born to do. I was lucky enough, and I have been lucky enough to take that as a performer, choreographer, as a director all around the country and now internationally. And it was a dream job. It was awesome, but I did still feel there was something more than that, and that's when I realized that I needed to give the gift to other people. And so I started a circus school. Just all of these people coming with different backgrounds that needed the studio. That art turned into something so beautiful and so much more than me just being able to be in front of hundreds or thousands of people performing. It was more than that. It was for the benefit of these people that would need this art in their life. After I moved back to Utah, I struggled a lot with who I was. And I had to kind of start over. I was struggling with self-worth and anxious feelings and trapped feelings and feelings of betrayal and fear. Am I good enough? Who am I anyway? There's something wrong with me because I'm constantly feeling these emotions and I can't just be happy. Maybe there is something wrong with me. Maybe I am broken. I was this mentor for people, and that added to the problem because I didn't feel like I could tell my real story because I needed to be strong for everybody else. Eventually, I discovered that I can make these things go away with alcohol. I can numb this pain for a minute, and I could live this duo life where I could be this mentor and help, and then in the closet and in the darkness, cry and drink away that pain. Choosing to deal with the problems in that way very quickly led to just a downward spiral. And I got 2 DUIs within a very short amount of time. After that second DUI, I was like, this is not who I am. And I just cried out and I was like, God, if you're there, do you even want me? I still was struggling so much with those feelings of, am I even worth saving right now? Because if I keep going the way I'm going to die. And a voice very clearly came into my mind. And the voice said, you're free to choose liberty or death. And in that moment was the moment that I said to myself, I'm free because I get to choose. And obviously from that point, life didn't change instantly. It was a process, but it was the beginning of the change. It was the beginning of those small choices that would eventually free me from having to numb the pain, free me from being scared to talk about what was happening. I was free to face my deepest, darkest fears and move on from them. I realized I had this amazing tool before me, this circus school, and that I needed to use it for a greater purpose. I eventually met my husband, Nick Day. He is an amazing songwriter and musician. And together we thought, we have all of these talents and all of these gifts and all of this influence. We have to do something with it. And that's when 90 and 9 was born. 90 and 9 comes from that biblical term, the 99 sheep, the lost sheep, the one. We could dedicate our lives to just finding that one, because that one matters, and every person has spent time as the one. We decided that we would invite kids that are at risk to come and do these aerial workshops. It's a release, it's learning how to discipline, it's learning how to just focus and just breathe. This is helping kids along their journey of healing. And we were like, let's make a show about this, because even if you're not going through this, people need to understand that mental health is important and it's okay to talk about.
Face up on the floor, I've been here before. Lights out, bleeding on the cold ground.
We wrote the show Fighter, and it's about a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is my story, but it's everybody's story.
I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor. Fall down, get up and reach higher. Never gonna give up, never gonna give in. Rising up from the ashes now, and nothing's ever gonna break me down. 'Cause I'm a fighter, I'm a fighter.
Mental health and suicide and depression and anxiety, these are heavy things. Addiction, substance abuse, they're heavy matters. But we're trying to talk about it in a way that's lighter. And the way that we're doing it is just different.
And I'm not gonna stop till I reach the top. 'Cause I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor.
We want to take this message and this show and these experiences and these stories into people's living rooms. The people that were dancers, singers, aerialists, they had stories. There are stories of the people that were sitting in the audience watching, who later told the stories of their own lives. Real stories of suicide, depression, panic, anxiety, addiction. Those stories need to be seen.
It'll never get the best of me because
It is a fight. It's a fight for that freedom. So it's an empowering message that you are a fighter.
I only get first place, even on my worst days.
It is such an amazing opportunity to watch these kids and these people who come in and they are misfits or they feel broken. And to watch them transform into confident, unique, special human beings, that's an amazing gift to be able to witness. And that's what we're trying to do, is create a safe space to tell your story. Because in that, then you can grow.